Control your mind, not events. Someone hurt you. Their words, their actions, they've lodged themselves in your mind, and you just can't shake the emotional fallout. You keep replaying the scene, letting them live rent-free in your head and dictate your peace long after the moment has passed. Here's the brutal truth. When you tie your happiness to what other people do, you hand them the keys to your emotional well-being. It makes you a puppet, reacting to every pull of the strings. But what if you could become untouchable? The ancient Stoics mastered the art of emotional detachment, not by becoming cold or unfeeling, but by becoming free. In this video, we're breaking down the Stoic techniques that let you depersonalize the actions of others and reclaim your own peace of mind for good. If you're on a journey to find that kind of inner strength, consider subscribing. We're building a community of people committed to living a more resilient life, and we'd love for you to be a part of it. Now let's begin. The foundation of all Stoicism and your first step toward emotional detachment is understanding what you actually control. So much of our suffering comes from trying to control things that are, and always will be, completely out of our hands. The philosopher Epictetus laid it out perfectly. He said, "Some things are within our power, while others are not. Within our power are opinion, motivation, desire, aversion, and, in a word, whatever is of our own doing. Not within our power are our body, our property, reputation, office, and, in a word, whatever is not of our own doing." Think about the person who hurt you. You don't control their actions, their opinions, or what they say. You never did, and you never will. Wasting your energy wishing they'd act differently or apologize is the very source of your pain. It's like trying to tell the wind to stop blowing. Your real power is in how you choose to respond. You control your thoughts about what happened. You control the judgments you attach to their actions. You control whether you let this one event define you. This is the only area where you are the absolute ruler. So when someone's behavior triggers that pain, the first step is to pause and draw a line in the sand. On one side, you put their actions, totally outside your control. On the other, you put your reaction, totally within your control. Now focus all of your energy on your side of that line. This isn't about bottling things up. It's a game-changing shift in focus. By doing this, you stop throwing fuel on the fire of your own distress and start rebuilding your inner fortress. When someone hurts you, our first instinct is to take it personally. We think their actions are a direct comment on our worth. But the Stoics offer a liberating alternative. People don't do wrong out of malice, but out of ignorance. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius prepared himself for this every single morning. He wrote, "Begin each day by telling yourself, 'Today I shall be meeting with interference, ingratitude, insolence, disloyalty, ill will, and selfishness, all of them due to the offender's ignorance of what is good or evil.' Someone who lies, betrays, or is cruel does so because they have a warped view of the world. They mistakenly think their toxic actions will somehow bring them something good, whether it's power, pleasure, or a false sense of security. In a philosophical sense, they're blind. Their actions are a symptom of their own inner chaos, not a measurement of your value. Think of it like this. If a small child threw a rock at you, you might be startled, but you wouldn't take it as a deep wound to your character. You'd see it for what it is, an act of immaturity. The Stoics ask us to extend that same understanding to adults. Their harmful behavior comes from a place of ignorance about what it means to be a good person. Seeing things this way lets you depersonalize the injury. Suddenly, it's not about you. It's about their own issues. As Marcus Aurelius also pointed out, if he did wrong, the harm is to himself, but perhaps he did not do wrong. This view doesn't excuse what they did, but it does untangle your ego from it. It allows you to see their actions with rational distance instead of getting caught in the emotional weeds. You're no longer the target. You're just an observer of someone else's flawed humanity. Holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. The Stoics knew that forgiveness isn't a gift you give to the person who hurt you. It's an act of setting yourself free. The philosopher Seneca called anger a brief madness that does way more harm to the person feeling it than to the person it's aimed at. He taught that the wisest path is to let go of any desire for revenge and instead practice a kind of universal pardon. He wrote, "To avoid being angry with individuals, you must pardon the whole mass. You must grant forgiveness to the entire human race." What he means is that we have to accept the flawed nature of people. People will make mistakes. They will be selfish. They will cause pain. Expecting anything else is just setting yourself up for a lifetime of disappointment. Stoic forgiveness, then, is a practical decision to release that toxic expectation. It's you deciding that you are no longer going to carry the weight of their actions. And here's the most important part. This has nothing to do with reconciliation. You can forgive someone and still decide they don't get to have a place in your life anymore. The forgiveness is for you. It's the act of stitching up your own wound instead of waiting for an apology that might never show up. True closure isn't something anyone else can give you. It's something you grant yourself by letting go. As Seneca said, how much better it is to heal a wrong than to avenge one. Vengeance takes considerable time. We always feel anger longer than we feel hurt. Choose to heal. Let the resentment go, not for them, but for you. Free yourself from the past and refuse to let their actions take up any more space in your head. A lot of our pain comes from trying to hold on to things that were never meant to be permanent. We want relationships to last forever, people to never change, and life to be perfectly stable. The Stoics teach that fighting this is like fighting reality itself. Epictetus used a great analogy for this. He said that the things you love are given to you like a fig or a bunch of grapes in the appointed season, and if you long for them in the winter, you are a fool. Everything in life is on loan. Our relationships, our things, our health, even our own lives. They are here for a season, and then they're gone. Resisting this is a recipe for suffering. When a relationship ends or someone hurts you, that's a form of change. The season is over. Clinging to what was or wishing the person was who they used to be is like longing for a fig in winter. It's an irrational desire that only creates more pain. Emotional detachment is born from accepting this impermanence. It's not about refusing to love or connect with people. It's the opposite. It's about loving people fully, right here in the present, without the unrealistic demand that it will last forever. As Marcus Aurelius said, love the people that fate brings you, but do it with the quiet understanding that everything is in flux. When you accept that everything is temporary, you stop seeing loss as a personal tragedy and start seeing it as the natural rhythm of life. This allows you to let go with grace, without the bitterness that keeps you chained to the past. You learn to appreciate things while they're here and release them when their season is done. This is the path to real emotional freedom. Detachment doesn't mean being a doormat. It doesn't mean you have to put up with disrespect or let people hurt you over and over. A huge part of Stoic practice is using reason to protect your inner peace, and that absolutely includes setting firm, rational boundaries. A Stoic boundary isn't an emotional ultimatum you give to control someone else. That would violate the whole dichotomy of control we talked about. Instead, a boundary is a clear statement of what you will do in response to a certain situation. It's an action that is 100% within your control. Marcus Aurelius advised, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." This applies perfectly to boundaries. If it's not right for you to tolerate someone's toxic behavior, then don't tolerate it. Your action might be limiting contact, ending a relationship, or simply saying, "I'm not going to continue this conversation if the tone doesn't change." The key is that the boundary is about your action, not theirs. You're not saying, "You have to stop yelling at me." You're saying, "If the yelling starts, I will leave the room." One is a futile attempt to control another person. The other is an assertion of your own power. Setting boundaries is simply an act of self-respect. It's the logical way to protect your mind. your most valuable asset. You don't do it out of anger or a need for revenge, but from a calm, reasoned decision to protect your own peace. This isn't about building walls out of fear. It's about drawing the borders of your own well-being with wisdom and self-control. The Stoic path to emotional detachment isn't about becoming a robot. It's the exact opposite. It's about clearing away the chaotic, reactive emotions like anger and resentment so you can finally experience life with clarity, purpose, and a deep sense of inner peace. It starts with knowing what you can and can't control and focusing only on what's yours. Your thoughts, your choices, and your actions. It means seeing what others do not as a personal attack, but as a reflection of their own confusion. It involves the liberating act of forgiveness. For your own sake. It requires embracing the temporary nature of everything, so you can love things fully and let them go gracefully. And finally, it's about using your reason to set boundaries that protect your spirit. When you practice these things, you take back the keys to your own emotional life. You realize that no one can actually hurt you without your permission. The pain was never just their action. It was your judgment about it. And your judgment is the one thing you always have the power to change. The weight you've been carrying isn't the hurt itself. It's your attachment to it. Let it go. Reclaim your freedom. That is the Stoic art of becoming untouchable. Subscribe for more updates.